You are the least funny person I've ever met. You are not funny.
Okay.
You're obnoxious.
Okay.
You're not funny.
All right.
I'll tell you what's funny about you. You stutter. Do you think you're funny?
Yeah.
Tell the truth. Do you think you're funny? Do you think you're a funny person?
Yeah.
You're not.
Okay.
Good evening, Stuttering John fans. We have a good show today. We are heading down to Atlantic City. Let's hop on the old New Jersey Turnpike, head on south, and we're going to the Trump Taj Mahal. Interestingly, John hates Donald Trump, but there's so much history between John and Donald Trump, mainly John taking advantage of Donald Trump. John has stayed at the Trump Taj Mahal, not only for this event, but on subsequent events with girlfriends for free on Donald Trump's dime. John has fought in Donald Trump's arena. John took Donald Trump's chopper, his old helicopter, from New Jersey to New York. That's definitely not good for the environment, as many of my liberal friends worry about, including myself. And John has even received very good real estate advice from Donald Trump about where to purchase his land. So oftentimes we hear John bashing Donald Trump, but here's one good example of John utilizing Trump's resource. Although this is not particularly a favor for John, we're going down with the crew. We have something really, really cool, and Howard loves this. They formed a group called Friends of Howard Stern. And any fan of the show that finally gets onto the show would know that once you're employed by Howard, the best thing you could do to get in his graces is to form a group, call it something so that fans relate it to Howard Stern, and then tour around the country charging fans. Here we have Stuttering John, Gary, Gary's mom, Grillo, and a bunch of other crew members traveling to New Jersey for the Friends of the Howard Stern tour.
Baba Booey is not here because he went to Atlantic City to appear in an
incredible show.
An incredibly dumb show that Ron Delsener put together, all behind my back.
Now, Ron Delsener is an interesting character. He put together, from what I remember, a lot of concerts, like outdoor concerts. During this time, he was in the middle stages of his career. So Ron Delsener was a big name in terms of a concert promoter. And he came up with the brilliant idea to utilize Howard's name and have the crew go down to Atlantic City and throw the concert.
Baba Booey conspired with Jackie and Stuttering John with Ron Delsener and put together something called Friends of the Howard Stern Show, which I quickly put to a stop. And I even told Gary not to do, but he just went ahead to Atlantic City and did it anyway. And, well, we had it booked already, Boff. Well, unbook it.
You think he's really sick?
Oh, I think he's really sick. I think he went to he went all weekend to Atlantic City. He stayed up all night. He gambled. He had fun. He partied with his buddies there.
So he did it all.
He did it all, and now he's ill. So I don't have my producer here.
I'm very shocked.
Yeah. And he has, I see he's booked himself for 2 appearances in Dallas.
Right, he has weekend appearances in Dallas that probably he can't miss.
Yeah, so I'm sure that he'll be fine for that.
Guess what he can miss?
Yeah. I've got work piling up back there that isn't being done. That everyone tells me they're too busy to do.
You know what, Howard? He has sick time here.
Right, right. Yeah, but not in Dallas. He better not go to Dallas this weekend. I better hear that he canceled those appearances. So
Robin is a true narcissist, and not only do we know by her behavior and by her own writings, but Dr. Drew, my friend there, did a test on her, and she came up super high in terms of the narcissistic score. The main characteristic of a narcissist, someone who lacks empathy, but also in their relationships. They have 2 types. A narcissist will keep a supply, which is someone that they can control completely, or they keep a god. And in Robin's mind, Howard was the god figure, so she would generally support Howard on whatever he says, because that's the way she viewed him. If you ever have a dispute with a narcissist, they will cut you out of their lives completely. So they only keep supplies, which are their whipping boys, or godlike figures in their social relationships.
he can make up what he's not doing here. You know, people think like maybe I'm a hard-on or something about this kind of stuff, and I know I'm not, because I've spent my entire career. Where's Stuttering John? I want him to hear this. Come in here, dummy. And it's good for Jackie to hear, too, because I don't think Jackie understands my philosophy. Come on in. I want you to understand my philosophy.
No, I'm at, why did I'm here. I'm here. I'm queer. I'm camping. I'm here.
What?
No, but I'm here.
I know you're here, but I want you to understand something, because you are someone who acts really dumb and naive around me and acts like you don't know what's going on even in
I know you John haters claim that it's not an act, but I believe it is.
your I don't know, I'm making a mistake. You know, you're the smartest one here. You're smarter than Gary and you're smarter than Jackie. You know, you are more crafty and sneaky.
Sneaky?
Yeah, you are more crafty and sneaky than any one of these guys. Jackie and Gary put together aren't as crafty. And Gary is a sneak. Gary's a little sneak.
How, can I,
But he's not
How, can I
smart.
be...
Both, can I tell the truth? It was Ron Delsner put this together.
Oh, you couldn't tell me that before, could you?
Howard, honestly,
Yeah.
I swear to God this is true. I make less money doing these gigs with Gary than I do just to do them.
That's not the point. That's not the point. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell your friend Jackie something. And I'm going to tell Gary something. I love all three of you guys. You're fun guys. Jackie's very valuable to me. You're very valuable to me. Gary's very valuable to me. But am I willing to disassociate myself with the three of you? Yes, I am willing to. It would be hard. I would miss you. But I am willing to do it.
It would tear you up.
Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, my friends.
Is everybody listening? Jackie, don't read the paper now.
Jackie, no reading the paper. I want you to hear this. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Jackie's-
Yeah, you
Jackie's
talking.
washed,
to me?
Jackie's washed his hands of this right from the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
I know. I know.
you
Jackie's innocent on a lot of levels.
yeah,
Wash my hands.
Like right from the beginning, you like plead like, and like you're ignorant of the whole.
No, he's not ignorant.
I'm not
I know.
ignorant of anything. I
yeah, but
said
right
that I
from the
took
beginning,
one gig and I refused to do the rest of them.
I just, yeah.
I
did
wanted
two
to go to
gigs.
Atlantic
And I did
City.
two-
I
and
didn't
get-
want to go to do the other ones.
I know, but just.
I love how Jackie believes that that argument is somehow going to buy some favor with Howard. Howard doesn't want you to do any shows, not in Atlantic City, not for ones that are convenient for you. None. Not a block party named after a character. None.
I mean, right from the beginning, it seemed like it was just like you were like, "Hey, these guys are idiots," and I'm happy.
All right. Listen, that's something for you two to take up off the air.
Yeah, that's a lunchtime at the Friars.
Yeah, you guys can talk about that later. Let me explain my philosophy to you. And whether you believe it or not, I don't care, but I'm telling you my philosophy.
I believe whatever you say.
All right. What I have tried to do in my career, I don't owe you this explanation, by the way,
I didn't ask for it.
but I got to give it to you.
He's doing you a favor.
All right.
Listen.
Shut up and take
You're
it.
going to hear philosophy now.
I wonder if Shuli was a fan of the show during this time.
First of all, regarding you, Stuttering John, you are a guy who perceives himself as funny. When you go on the Ricky Lake show, when you go on the Last Call show,
And I know you dabblers are going to love this next part.
when you do these shows, when you go on the Conan show, you turn to people inevitably afterwards and you go, hey, was I funny? I'm going to tell you something about yourself. You are the least funny person I've ever met. You are not funny.
Okay.
You're obnoxious.
Okay.
You're not funny.
All right.
I'll tell you what's funny about you. You stutter. When you go on TV and you try to be me, it's not funny.
All right.
It comes off obnoxious.
Okay.
It's a very fine line. You are funny when you are yourself. When you start to talk about yourself, there is a certain naivete about you that is interesting, that is heartwarming, and that is funny when you start to stammer about your life.
Okay.
When you go on the air and you run around like Howard, and you look like you're doing a bad Howard impression, you are not funny.
Okay.
So afterwards, when you come
At this time, John's obviously very low on the hierarchy chart, but he's also coming from a lifetime of being abused by his father, Ralph. There's no doubt that obviously Howard's the boss there, but also a father figure to John. And now you could see how this is really affecting him physically.
off these shows and you say to me, was I funny? Or you say to Jackie, was I funny? That's funny. Because you're so insecure, you're funny. You're being you. When you go on these shows and you're me, and you're yelling at people, and you're stuttering, and you lose your charm. Now, here's the other thing you ought to learn about yourself.
All right.
You don't take criticism well. You don't listen.
I'm listening.
When I told you to cut Gilbert out of your video, you didn't listen.
I told him that.
What?
Okay.
All right. All right. Shh. 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 The smartest performers are the ones that listen. You know who's a smart performer?
Shuli?
Madonna. You know why? You know why she's on top? She'll talk to garbage men. She'll actually watch what they're wearing, what they're listening to. You're not an expert.
No, Shuli's not applying to be a garbage man in Alabama. That's just rumor.
You know why I'm successful? You know why I've been on top for so long? If a postal worker came up to me and told me he had a good idea, I would actually listen to it. I would actually.
This I can verify is true. You can go to Howard at any point. This is back in the day, but you can approach him with a show idea and he would listen or have a system. Eventually he has a system in place for people to submit show ideas.
Because I don't consider myself better than a postal worker. I consider myself garbage. That's why I'm going to go to the shrink. But that's what works for me. If I ever had a good feeling about myself, I'd feel too good for anybody. I wouldn't succeed. I am the genius of myself. I know myself. I know what has to be done. All right, so what have we learned so far? And I'm going to give you overall advice about career. I'm going to give it to you, Jackie, and everyone else. Jackie's got a whole nother set of problems. These are your problems today.
Okay.
A, you're not funny. I know you think you're funny. Do you think you're funny?
Yeah.
Tell the truth. Do you think you're funny? Do you think you're a funny person?
Yeah.
You're not.
Okay. I don't want to disagree.
You're not funny.
I know, but I don't want to disagree.
No, you can
know
disagree.
What? It's very funny because I hear him saying, that means he's not listening.
If
No,
you
I am
genuinely,
100%.
if you genuinely disagree, I want to know so I can help you with it.
No.
I'm taking valuable radio time
I'm
to help
listening.
you
That's
with your
why
career.
That's why I'm
Are you a funny guy?
I'm serious.
Let me ask you. Do you see yourself as funny? Do you think you're funny?
But see, I'm not supposed to say no.
No, you can say whatever you want.
No,
I'm
say what
asking
you feel.
I mean,
I'm trying to help you now.
I thought you thought I was funny.
No. You are funny when I tell you what to say, and you're yourself, and you're genuine, and you stammer. That's funny.
So you're saying I should be more
In other words,
genuine?
you would never be a stand-up comedian. You're not funny. And when you try to be funny, you come off obnoxious.
Okay.
When you're yourself. If Conan O'Brien asks you a question and says, John, what's it like when you ask these people these horrible questions?
Yeah.
And many times you'll say, gee, Howard puts the words in my mouth, or Jackie and Fred put the words in my mouth, and I'm embarrassed, or whatever your genuine feeling is, and then all of a sudden you start to stutter, and you go, whoa. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. People are laughing at you, not with you.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
It's fun to watch a guy stammer. That's what's funny.
I got you.
When you go on and you try to be funny, you're not funny.
Like I tell jokes, it's not good.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
And I see you on the shows. I've watched your shows. You stand up and you start yelling at people. Sometimes you do a little shtick.
No. I tell them a question that I've asked on the show.
Right. I see you with the girl on the show, and you stand up and you go, hey, come on, baby. Come on. Don't you want to go out with me? Don't you want... That isn't
Howard,
you. That's not your style. Excuse
but
me. And it comes off obnoxious.
She's a
it's hard
gorgeous
to
girl.
watch.
You don't think
She's
so?
a gorgeous girl, but I see what you're doing.
Right.
You're trying. You're forcing it.
Okay.
You're
Well, that show, I agree. I
what?
don't think it was a good. All right, but whatever.
No. I'm talking about your performance on that
Okay,
show.
all right.
On Ricky Lake. I don't know what you were doing on there.
Well, I was just being a judge.
I don't know what that was. You got to start thinking about what you do. Now let me give you a hint. And this is for you and for that Baba Booey and for Jokey Martling.
Jokey Martling.
Here it is. I have turned down a lot of money in my career for T-shirts, bumper stickers. I've had offers to do all kinds. If I showed you the pile of offers that I've had in my career that I've turned down, you would get dizzy because it's a staggering amount of money.
All right, let me ask you one question.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and ask. If you think your question is more important than what I'm going to
No,
impart
this
to
is
you
where
now.
I'm in a catch.
Go ahead.
22.
Go ahead. Catch 22.
Is that because? But is it because?
What?
Is it because you can afford to turn down these things?
No. Let me tell you something. And Robin knows this to be the God's honest truth. I didn't have a pot to piss in when I worked at NBC. And I had cockamamie scam offered to me one after another. I couldn't afford to buy a house. You understand?
Yes.
You have more money than me than when I was at NBC. You have more money now than what I had at NBC. I didn't have the money to buy a car. You understand? I went to my father. He got me a 1970 Valiant, that bastard. Couldn't get me a nice car.
You're driving a better car.
You drive a better car, and you have the money for a house. You have more money than I did, and I got offered all kinds of things to market my name. And you know what I said? This is gonna blow your mind. I said no.
Does this apply in today's market on YouTube, for example? Let's just say hypothetically, someone starts a YouTube channel, and the first thing they're doing is they're begging for super chats. They're implementing all the different memberships, and even outside of YouTube, let's say on Patreon, and they have different tiers where there's no real benefit to being in one tier or the other, just begging their audience for money, instead of concentrating on building a great show. Maybe the market has changed.
Listen to me. The reason I said no is this was my philosophy about this show. I believed in this show so much that I said the rewards will come a little bit slower. If you cash in quickly, you become like every other radio personality. You become just another dog with a bumper sticker.
That's my point about begging for super chats and also having all these different tiers when you're not ready yet. Are you just going to become a channel that has 20, 30, 40,000 subscribers and top out at that because you're not focusing on the show? You're more concerned about short-term gains.
And the Mark and Brian sponge and the this and the that. You understand? You become another one of the jerks that are just ripping off the audience. You become another guy. Hey, here's my Howard Stern t-shirt. Whatever outside project I did to try to make a little extra money, I tried to at least put some care into it. Integrity behind it, and also try to make it show business related, or videotape, or a book, or something like this. Not some goddamn keychain. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have various clients that have multi-focuses. So one client may only put out a video once every 2 months, while the other goes on every single day, putting out a show. It doesn't necessarily mean one is wrong and one is right. However, I'm more in the camp with Howard in terms of building quality over quantity, especially in a market that's completely saturated now.
And I turned down keychain scam after keychain scam. I must have 500 letters on my desk. People want me to do a CD-ROM. Why don't I just take it and put out something real quick? Why would you guess I don't?
Because you want whatever you put out to be
that.
You know, to have.
If I put out a CD-ROM, I'm going to change the computer industry. That's why. You know, right now they got all this technology, but nobody's buying CD-ROM. You know why? Because it's boring. Nobody's done it right. They don't know what to do. They got all the hardware, no software. Now most guys will jump. Hey, I got a CD-ROM. You understand?
That's referring to Jackie CD-ROM, which is Howard's 100% right there. It's complete waste at the time.
Now the sharks out there who are frustrated that I won't do certain things get a hold of my guys, and my guys are going to now they're going to buckle. They see the money coming in. Well, we can't get Howard to do it, so maybe we'll get Stuttering John to do it. We'll go roundabout. We'll put together a Friends of the Howard Stern show. It'll be a horrible show, but we'll do it through the back door. We'll get $28.50 a seat because people think they're going to see all the crew from the Howard Stern show. It'll be poorly produced, badly put together. Sound check will be all wrong, and all disaster strikes.
You know, I even found out that there was supposed to be a bikini contest.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Nobody figured out how to get the girls there, so only one girl showed up.
They did a bikini contest with one girl.
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
The only thing more embarrassing than that would be to get an opportunity to audition for John's job, then have a contest involving strippers and no strippers show up, hypothetically.
Okay, this is what people saw when they went to Atlantic City. Now listen to me. Listen to me.
I'm not
listen
saying a
to
word.
me.
I'm listening. I mean, I could say that something there, but I won't.
Oh, don't say anything.
Okay.
That's why I've never said, hey, let's go do Stuttering John book, Stuttering John t-shirt, Gary Baba Booey shirt. Gary Baba Booey came to me, you got to have a t-shirt. He wants to make a t-shirt. Do I want the Gary Baba Booey t-shirt out there?
No.
Who made Gary Baba Booey famous? Why is Gary Baba Booey famous?
Because you made it
right.
fun.
You think Gary Baba Booey has a talent? You think that he is someone people want to really wear his t-shirt? They want to wear it because I'm into it. I could have put out a Gary Baba Booey shirt, but why didn't I do it?
Because that would have not only saturated the market, it would have just been stupid.
Another stupid radio guy was selling stupid radio stuff. And you know what happens to the audience? They buy it because they trust you. And then when they get home, they look at it, they go, what the hell did Howard do to me? He conned me. I got a Gary Baba Booey shirt. What am I going to do with it? I'm not going to wear this. And I just spent $12 for this. Oh, I don't like it. Gary has no talent. So when I say to Gary repeatedly, I don't want you to do a shirt. I don't want you to do Friends of the Howard Stern tour. Hey, Howard's a bad guy. You don't want us to make money. Gary's talent is smiling and showing those disgraceful caps. That's his talent. If I didn't bring Gary in on here, no one would hire him for an appearance. So I've said to Gary, I've tried to be gracious. I said, Gary, if someone calls on you to get an appearance going, go do it. Fine. You want to show up at a supermarket, you want to say hello to the crowd, sign a few autographs, that's fine. But what does he do? He turns his back on me. Behind my back, he's plotting against me with Ron Delsner, putting together the Friends of the Baba Booey, Friends of the Howard Stern T-shirt. Friends of the. Why does he put out a Baba Booey keychain and why don't we make a Baba Booey store? Why do I not say to Baba Booey, go make a Baba Booey store? Answer my question.
Because you don't want it. You think
What?
it isn't a good product, and you don't want to be associated with it.
I don't want it. I've turned down money for the Baba Booey keychain.
But you're not asking the right question.
No.
Does he have the ability to discriminate?
No. No.
This is where this is where I had to disagree because on everything
Let me ask you something. Why do you think you're popular? Why do you think people
because
like
you made me popular. But Howard, I always come to you and ask you every single time about these things.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Did you ask me about Friends of the Baba Booey tour or Friends of the Howard Stern tour? Did you ask me about it?
Can I just be honest with you?
No one told me about it. Gary didn't tell me about it. You didn't tell me about it.
I really, to tell you the God's honest truth, have so little to do with the whole thing. It was like just say, hey, John, you want to do appearance together? Yeah, okay.
The Stuttering John book proposal, did you come and tell me about that?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you came and told me about it?
Yes, I did.
You want to know why you did? I knew about it 2 weeks early. I'd already killed it.
There's a lot of history regarding the book that John was supposedly going to write, and this really upset Howard at the time. John goes into it in his own book about what was going on revolving the deal. Apparently, John was approached to write a book about the inner working of the Stern Show, but basically you want to get as much gossip as you can out of John. Howard only found out about the book because his agent was approached by someone unrelated, but Howard received the news before John actually told him.
Howard,
don't even talk to me about
Howard,
it. I find out about it. You came to me too late. I never brought it up to you.
Howard,
behave yourself, John.
Howard,
behave yourself.
Wait a second.
I don't want to know about these things secondhand and through people that I don't know about.
I came up to you.
I knew about it 2 weeks before you came up to me.
How could that
2
possibly
weeks.
be?
Trust me, I knew about it.
Yeah, but I still came. I didn't know you knew about it.
I knew about it. The proposal was around.
I still came up to you.
The Stuttering John book proposal with all the questions from this show.
No, I still came up.
Why don't you rape me? Do me a favor. I'm going to pull my pants down here. Put it in.
Over.
Go ahead. Come on, rape me now. Come on, do it to me now. Don't do it to me. Don't give me slow rape. Do it to me now. Just give it to me. I've been bad to you, right? Come on.
Come on,
Howard.
Come on,
Howard. Here it is.
Howard,
here it is. Take it now. Rape me now.
Are you kidding me?
Come on, put the probe in.
Howard, you know.
Go ahead. Take my temperature.
Howard.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Howard, no, seriously, you know.
I can't explain myself anymore.
I've always come up to you and asked you things, and the last thing I want to do is piss you off.
Maybe I'll do what Jackie does. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on. I'm going to book myself in a club. I'm going to make a T-shirt. Use your finger cots. Use whatever
he'll
cards.
take his own cassettes and
I'm
put them out on
I'm going to
CD.
get Joe cards. I'm going to get everything I can get. I'm going to cash in.
Howard,
I'm going to go and sell everything I can possibly think up.
Howard, can I ask you a question?
These people must get home from Jackie's parents and go, what the hell did I just do? I got cards, I got T-shirts, I got mugs. What am I going to do with this?
That reminds me of today's market in YouTube. How many of these one-off channels are producing merch as if anyone wants to walk around with a fat onion hat or any other type of merch until you really, really make it. And even then, how many successful YouTubers are ones pushing so much merch? Yeah, some are. I agree. I mean, they got to a level over 1 million subscribers perhaps. But until then, my advice would be stick to making a better product, not to figure out ways to fleece your audience before you actually have a quality product. And quality product means you have at least 500,000 subscribers, at least. Until you get there, you're really in obscurity.
What?
Not only that,
including this channel.
he sells it on the
Free
stage.
enterprise.
What's that mean?
Free enterprise is great.
it up.
All right, good.
No, but Howard, seriously, I always try and come up to you and tell you this.
Tell me what. Okay, thank you.
No,
Wait a minute,
Let me ask you one thing.
John, I asked the question,
Yeah.
do you...
Free enterprise.
Who wants to hear you come up with 10 billion bad ideas and ask them if it's okay to do it?
None of them are
It
good.
makes people scared of
It
you.
hasn't been. It had been 3 ideas. It hasn't been that many, and I always wanted
good.
to.
All right, very good. All right.
Can we just say one honest thing?
And let me tell you something.
You,
I know you. I know you like a. I'm as smart
You
as
don't-
they come.
you don't know.
Trust me, I'm as smart as they come.
you obviously don't know.
I'm as smart
You
as they
see how
come.
he's not listening?
You want to know why I don't have any friends? I see through everybody. People are inherently evil. I know this. I know it. I know the score.
All right.
If they can screw you, they can screw you. So what I do is, sometimes I embrace my enemy. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right.
Better to have your enemy on your side. Is that right, Confucius?
Thank you, Robin. Hey, Robin knows.
There's Sun Tzu.
She knows. It's a good lesson in life.
So
I'm not trying to keep you down. I know that sometimes our view of the world conflicts.
no, it isn't that.
There's a way to cash in on my name, and there's a way to sort of back off.
But you don't want me to ask you?
There's no reason to ask. You should know. At this point, you should know. You've been around me long enough. I don't want to have these discussions every 2 weeks about what you can and can't do. Figure it out. There's a way to cash in on my name, and there's a way not to cash in on my name.
Can I say something here?
But can I-
I have tried to tell him 50 times about things just not to even approach you
But
with.
can I ask you something?
But he does it
Why
anyway.
is it okay for Rob? She does CNBC. She's done.
Don't even bring up Robin in the same breath
No,
as
but
you.
I'm saying why then?
Don't even suggest it to me.
But then, all I'm saying is that
Robin and I have worked out our way of dealing with one another to the point that we know exactly what we do. I don't think we take advantage of one another.
No, and I don't want to.
Now, let me tell you about you.
All right.
You're a sneak.
I'm a snake.
I don't see the Robin Quivers keychain. I don't see the Friends of the Robin Quivers tour. Don't disgrace me.
I'm not disgracing you. I'm just.
Don't compare yourself to Robin.
No, but I'm just saying.
You do not hold the same weight that Robin does.
I know that, but I'm just saying. You know what? I mean, if the examples that are given, I mean,
No, here's the example.
Plus, I mean, I wanted to try, being on my own in television, so I asked you.
You tried. You did it. God bless you.
I know, but I didn't want to do anything bad to you. I didn't want to, take anything. I didn't.
I don't care. Did I ever once say to you that it wasn't a good idea?
No.
Did I ever once say to you it wasn't a good idea?
And I did ask you.
I said it's fine. You can go do whatever you want.
But I did ask you.
But you understand something? The way they used you on that show.
It wasn't good.
Not only did it make you unfunny, I didn't want you on my show.
It wasn't a good.
It made you unfunny. It's like I'm sure Letterman feels that way about Larry Bud Melman at this
I don't think
point.
it was a good.
They're referring to John's appearance on Ricky Lake and not the Wings appearance, which we covered in a previous video.
A good show.
It wasn't a good show.
All right.
It wasn't. It was an
so
awful
I made my
show.
mistake. I went out and
I'm not saying you shouldn't go out, but do me a favor. Next time you go out, warn me how they're going to use you so I can get you off my show first.
Whatever. I didn't know.
I'll let you take a sabbatical from my show.
I didn't know I was getting angry, and
I'll make Gorillo famous.
I didn't know if I was.
What?
I didn't know I was getting angry. That's all.
John, you had to know. I told you that.
Robin, this is.
When I start getting book
Robin,
proposals with my material being circulated around, I don't want to hear
Howard,
it. John, I caught you. Caught you.
No, you didn't.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
Well, I must be hallucinating.
You know the truth.
Now listen to
about
me.
this.
I hope you learned what I'm trying to say. The most important thing you got to learn about me, I've turned down a fool's ransom, a fortune. What's a fool's ransom?
Same deal.
Oh. I've turned down a fortune in these cockamamie merchandising scams.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I actually do not want to steal from my audience.
No, I got you. I think you're right.
I appreciate the fact that I
You shouldn't
have an
steal from your audience, John.
right. John will do it for me.
I'm not trying to do anything bad, Howard. I really am not.
Baba
I don't
Booey
have any
t-shirt.
mean intentions. I don't have, I'm not trying to do anything,
I will never put. Have you seen a T-shirt with my name on it? Do
No.
you see that? Do you
No.
see me selling that? In fact, these radio stations I work for, they have pressured me. They have threatened to fire me. You know, when I came to this station, there was several sponsors who didn't want to come on the air unless they could have Howard Stern mugs. This was a whole big
Oh,
thing.
I remember.
Remember
that.
this?
Yeah.
They almost fired me here over it. I said, guys, I'm not doing it to hurt your sponsors, but unless I put my foot down, I'm going to open up the floodgates with these little dopey Howard Stern plastic cups.
I remember a Howard Stern t-shirt from K-Rock. This is a long time ago. I don't know if he's going to reference it here, though.
Howard Stern, this and that. So as a compromise, so they have a Howard Stern all morning T-shirt, rock and roll all day. I don't want a Howard Stern. They want to make Howard Stern T-shirt. I said no, and I had companies come to me. They want to pay me all kind of money. Howard Stern T-shirt. I said no. I did it because I believe that this show is more than just another dopey radio show. Maybe I'm delusional, but that's how I feel about it. I feel that if we go that route, we look like jerks. You know, like Morton Downey. The guy had 5...
And Howard proved them completely. And Howard was right. I mean, think about all the other radio shows that were on par with him and where he eventually made it to, which is far superior than really any other show ever.
minutes of fame. This guy was into more products. He looked like a jerk. Rush Limbaugh's got a store. He's selling Rush Limbaugh. This is a guy who's panicked. He knows it's going to end at some point, someone's going to go on against him, give him some competition, and blow him off the dial.
Which goes back to my point. Focus on the quality of the show, not necessarily fleecing your audience throughout a daily show or with super chats or with any other tiered memberships until your show's ready.
Anybody with any kind of reasonable talent will blow Rush Limbaugh off. Mark and Brian in California are two imbeciles who had no career, had no personality of their own, adopted my personality. They go out to California, they get hot because I'm not there, and what do? There's 9 billion Mark and Brian products, and I don't blame them. Because they knew when I came to town it was over. The party ends. I see those little creeps. They're now going into San Francisco or something. They're one of our markets. With syndication. You think they thought up syndication? They didn't think up syndication. They don't have an original thought in their heads. No one in this industry has an original thought in their head. So I'm very protective of my name and how it's handled and what happens with it. And tell your friend Baba Booey the same thing, who was out sick because he's got too many personal appearances. Can't handle his life.
Booey.
You know, every year there comes a time in the year where you have to slow Baba Booey down.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Because he gets sick and he misses his time here.
Baba Booey had wheeled and dealed himself into a 6-city tour with the Friends of the Howard Stern. Him and Ron Delsner had cooked up with Gary's manager.
Ron was in on the whole deal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, evidently. I'm not even sure. I'm getting bits and pieces. No one has come clean yet.
That was the first time I'd ever heard that.
No one will tell me what happened in this whole
how
thing.
It happened, how it got cooked up.
I was nowhere in my life. You understand? I thought up me. I thought this up. Since I'm 5 years old, I waited to do this. I'm not going to let anybody ruin it. I did it. I did it. Rate me. Rate me now, John. Put it here. My pants are down. Take it from me. Take it off from me now.
Pull your underwear down.
Come on. You get behind me.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Come on, go for it.
I'd like to pull my underwear down once you're behind me and ready to mount me. Rate me. And let me tell you something. You're no dumber than, like, Tom Chiasano. When I first got to this station, the general manager, Howard.
I said it once, I'll say it again. Tom is not intelligent at all. He can read all the daily word books that teach him a new word each day he wants. It's just a facade to his lack of intelligence.
We can't sell the show. We need cups. We need mugs. We need saucers. We need your name. I said, Tom, better you don't sell them. Better I leave. Then I get embarrassed with Howard Stern sponges. Well, Mark and Brian sponge.
Well,
Schivos are Mark and Brian. Death to Mark and Brian. Radio death.
Well, Howard, you realize that, like, you know...
Oh, he realizes. What is he...
What don't I realize? Have I made myself clear? You mean I still haven't made myself clear?
What should he realize?
You made yourself clear, but
Go
I'm just trying to defend the past things, just saying, you know, that people are going to, offer all of us stuff because of how famous that you made us. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. So and you're saying you're too weak to resist?
No, I try and go through you, and I talk to Gary, I talk to you.
Right.
So this is what I said. You have no way to discriminate.
Mostly, God, you know how many...
That's okay. As long as you have no way to discriminate. Let me know about it. Don't let me hear about it from other publishers that there's a proposal around.
I sat you down long time
No,
before
you
that
sat me
happened.
down 2 weeks after I found out about it. Well, somebody spilled the beans that I know.
Sitting down.
Well, you didn't seem to know anything about it.
Oh, I hit it pretty good. Ask Gary if I didn't know about it.
All right, well then I didn't know, but I came up to you and asked you.
You know what? Because I don't want to be a bad guy. You see, there's one thing you don't know about me. I'm a sap for a guy down on his luck. I'm too nice a guy. Robin will tell you about this off the air.
No, in fact, when you talk about how sneaky he is, how he presented it to you was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
He didn't know about the proposal. It was out there. Someone wrote it.
No, that's not what I said.
No, he's standing in a room with me, you, and Gary.
Yeah.
And he goes, I just need to ask you something real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
Can I do a book now?
Can I do a book? Somebody wrote up a proposal. I don't know about it. And he ran out of the room.
Howard, I asked you like I was supposed to, and when you said no, I didn't do it.
I found out about it too. It was already on the publisher's desk.
No, it wasn't. That was weeks after.
How come Judith had it?
Because I'll tell you
2 weeks before you came to me.
No, that's BS.
It's not BS.
How I came to you a month before that happened.
She told me about it.
Robin, that's what I called you over the weekend. That was a month before I came and sat with you.
John, you sound like OJ.
No, Howard,
it was a drug deal.
No, but Howard,
someone else did it.
Howard, I swear to God.
John, I knew about it. How can you tell me I did it?
Because timing right.
He's referring to O.J. Simpson.
Now you're being hold on.
John, I knew about it.
Howard, let me just say one thing. No, I know you knew about it.
I could bring in 17 witnesses.
But you didn't know. First, I came up to you and told you about it.
Yeah.
Then I said no.
Okay.
Then
John,
the proposal came about, and then I called you. Remember?
Listen to me.
A month after.
Accept your punishment. Listen to me.
I'm just trying to.
You know what, John?
Here's what
the
I'm telling you.
bottom line here is you make big mistakes.
Don't make
That's
it.
the bottom line.
Making friends with Robin.
Right, yeah, Jackie. You're absolutely
No,
right.
I just want-
Talking
And let me
to
tell
you
you
has
something.
never been a mistake for
You're not
John.
the only one. There's a lot of people who get around me. You're not the only.
No, but
you're
I
not even
try-
the worst offender of
Just
this.
try to
Listen
come
to
up
me.
you,
Listen to
and
me.
I
Listen to
apologize
me.
that things get out of hand.
Believe me, you're not the worst offender of this. Our own general manager doesn't get this. It took him 5 years to understand what I'm telling you. You're a lot quicker learner than he is. He is stupider than you. Our own general manager is stupider than you. I guarantee you could run this station better than he could. Because you understand it better than he. You know how long it's taken me to educate this man? Hi, Tom. Tom, I don't mean it as an insult.
John has a superior IQ, as a matter of fact.
Tom, remember how long it took you to understand?
And I don't take it as an insult.
And I don't mean it as an insult. Remember how long it took you to understand why I don't do these things?
I remember it being a very quick study, in fact.
I see. All right. Well, for you it was quick. 5 years is quick for Tom. No, Tom is thicker than the Great Wall of China. And he knows it, and God bless him. And I accept it already at this point. But I had a lot of problems with the company when I first got here.
We had one thing.
It was a general philosophy. Do you know there were you don't even know about this. There were discussions of a Howard Stern store when I first came here. I said, I'm putting a stop to this. They said, well, don't you want to make money? I said, I want to make money in my lifetime, but I don't want to, you know what? I don't need to do that. There are ways to make money. I said, what am I, Mark and Brian? What am I, Rick Dees? Am I better than them?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do I believe that my career will be longer than those guys? Yes, I do. I believe it. I believe this. Listen, Tom panicked. He's a general manager. He said, what if he doesn't make it? We better cash in somehow. If we can't sell the advertising, we'll set up a store and we'll sell Howard Stern pants. You know, so there you go. I am different. I march to my own drummer. Tell me. Do you help the grease man? What is he selling? Waddle daddle shirts? Get rid of him already. Would you fire him and wise up? Don't you know when you cut your losses? Fire the grease man, will you? You still won't even learn about that.
Yes, sir.
Killing the station.
Click my heels.
Why can't you fire him? What do you have? You under a long term? Did you sign another stupid long term contract?
I thought we were talking about
Where
the
you give
Howard
away the
Stern
store. You know, here you learned to negotiate at the management meeting, and the grease man walked off with the store. John is funnier and more talented. And I already finished telling him he's not funny.
We all know that famous quote, does Howard Stern tell Gimbals?
Huh? What?
Oh, boy.
I am funnier than him.
You are.
Right. And I just proved it.
Tom's referring to the famous quote, does Macy's tell Gimbals? It's just an idiom relating to, does a competitor tell its competitor its secrets? Badly placed joke.
I don't know what
Does
he's talking
Macy's
about.
tell Gimbals?
Right. No. Don't compare me as Macy's and Greaseman as Gimbals. Let me tell you something, my friend. I am.
That wasn't the comparison at all.
I am steak, and he is a plastic cup. That's the difference. He talks into a microphone. That's the only comparison you can make between me and the Greaseman.
Conversation.
I have to point out every problem and how smart I am and how stupid everyone else is. My father pointed out to me my whole life. Now I'm pointing out to you guys. There you go. Now you know the basis for it and everything. I'm real upfront. I like that you're not laughing, by the way. I see you taking me seriously. John, Stuttering John. I mean.
I think that you have gotten through his wall.
Yeah.
Right, John has been taking you very seriously the last week or so.
And let me tell you something. I like this kid. Imagine if I didn't like him.
John's great.
Not today, he isn't. Tomorrow, he's going to be better.
I hope Gary comes in.
See, now you're funny.
Because that was honest. That was real.
You're funny on this show. You're not so busy trying to be me. You're being yourself.
Why can't we call Baba Booey? I want to know how sick he is.
I don't want to know how sick he
No?
is. I'm going to tell you something,
I do want to know how
Tom.
sick he is. And I want to know if he's working this weekend.
Oh, Baba Booey better not work this weekend. He better be canceling Dallas because he wants to be in tip-top shape for next week's programming. Oh, I better not hear he's in Dallas. Oh, boy.
You want to call him and ask him?
We don't call Ron Delzer. I think that's his manager.
Somehow I don't think Ron had anything to do with that.
Imagine I develop this Baba Booey. I give him a job. I develop him. I even give him a persona on the radio. Let him talk and everything. And Ron Delzer's cashing in on this.
Well, that's Ron.
That's Ron, boy. God bless him. He's smart.
Oh, Ron's a very smart
I'll never
guy.
call him stupid. He bamboozles. He must hypnotize my guys. Maybe that's what he does.
Papa Bohai.
Gonna ruin my life. And I know deep in everyone's mind here, everyone thinks that I'm saying this because Howard wants the money for himself. He don't want us to make a living.
How much money are we getting?
You got to understand something.
I wouldn't think that at all.
John, I purposely turned down. You know what? I almost want to show you my personal papers.
How I know.
Money turned down merchandising.
I know. You know how many calls I get in the back?
You want to know something? I've killed movie deals over merchandising. You want to know what busted up me in New Line?
New Line, I know you said that.
Had nothing to do with scripts, had nothing to do with anything. They wanted my merchandising. And they wanted to sell Fartman dolls, Howard Stern, this. I said, guys, I got to walk. I want to make a movie real bad. They were ready to finance it. They were ready to open a bank, the Bob Shea Bank at New Line. They were going to open up to me, John.
No, I know.
You understand that?
Yeah, I know that.
They were going to open it up to me.
With the big bucks we pay John, he doesn't need the extra money.
Right.
Well, that's the problem.
Now, aren't you clearing like 17 grand?
Exactly. That's not even that.
No, I want you to make extra money. Please don't misunderstand me. When you signed the record deal, who was your biggest supporter?
You were.
All right. Did I lie and say the music was great?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
Come on, Howard. You know the music was great.
I loved it. Did I call you and tell you the music was great?
Yes, it was one of our best conversations.
Damn right. Did I call you personally to tell you how good I thought it was? And that listen, Tom knows this. I want to get on the air and say, oh, go buy John's album. I thought it was a good album. I was more than happy to say that for you. I didn't have to say that for you. Tom told me not to say that. Right?
Absolutely.
Right.
No, I know.
Tom is so fucking goofy.
There are certain things I don't want to do.
I understand.
And Tom knows I've turned down money to do these T-shirts.
F. Penelope.
We'll say that.
And mugs and everything else.
True.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Why? Because I think that this show is better than that.
I swear
think
to God,
that we are more.
True.
I know it's true. I turn down things every day. I've turned down commercial endorsements.
Speaking of commercials, how far?
You know, I was offered a fortune. Forget Tom. Please, you're bumming me out. You got to leave now. That's enough. I've seen you enough. Please, thank you. Take off the headphones and go back there.
Thank you very much.
Go back to your chilly
Nice
little
talking
room.
to you.
Nice sweater. Go to Hawaii. Learn something. All right, very good. Thank you, Tom.
Oh,
you know, I was
if
offered.
I'm being bumped for Ralph, then I might be upset.
Let me just say something. I want to say something. After Tom, Ralph is welcome. I got to tell you something. I turned down money to do a cigarette commercial in Japan. Mm-hmm. Now, why the hell they wanted me? In fact, I wanted to do that one.
And nobody would have known here in the States.
No, my agent said don't do it. I don't know why. That was a mistake. I would have liked to cash in on that. Who cares if a bunch of Japanese smoke? They're all nervous anyway. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to kill them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think John's doing any of this out of malice or
You think he's stupid?
No, I don't think he's stupid.
He's not. He's very crafty. He's not a dumb kid. He knows.
You don't know John.
No, I didn't.
You don't know John.
John is he's called passive aggressive. He does it in strange ways. Same with Baba Booey. You're no different than him. Baba Booey is
John's not passive aggressive. I just think he's more naive.
Genuinely a dick. When he said, "Oh, Wolf,
I'm no different.
Wolf, I'll never do anything like that again."
I plead ignorance.
And let me tell you something. And Jackie blows rings around both of you. All right? So don't.
Jackie's the king.
Right.
I plead ignorance.
Look, Jackie came to me and said, I'll tell you the difference between you and Jackie, just so you're clear. Jackie came to me a long time ago. He says, listen, something that's very important to me, I would like to get plugs on the show. Mm-hmm. All right? So he
Which is a fucking brilliant move by Jackie.
has his products and stuff. Would I prefer Jackie didn't sell mugs on the air and T-shirts and stuff? I'll be honest and say yes, I prefer he didn't. But that's Jackie's career, and Jackie's got to manage his career the way his wife manages his career.
And I was doing it before I met you.
Exactly.
Well, dude, I was in freaking college making.
Except before you met him, nobody
Jackie,
was buying
that
it.
has nothing. Yeah, exactly. Be honest, Jackie. That was not a lucrative business.
It still isn't.
Right.
That's got nothing to do with the argument.
I thought you said it was free enterprise.
My point of view was that Jackie. It was hard to get Jackie. It was hard to get Jackie paid around here.
Much like
Nobody
myself.
sees his value. And it was a way to get something going.
Now that's passive aggressive. It was good to get Jackie paid around here. Nobody sees his value.
All right?
Yeah.
So it's Jackie's products, and we make it very clear it's Jackie ripping people off, not me. All right?
Well, Howard, you know, it's no secret that I don't make any money around here.
John, let me tell you something. But you can't abuse me.
No, I don't want
because
to.
You don't
That's
make any
why.
money.
I know.
No, otherwise, I got to pull my pants down.
No.
Why don't you make a Howard Stern mask and sell it?
No,
Here,
come on.
Yeah, let me pull my pants down.
Third time Howard asked John to rape him.
Stop it, please.
All right,
no,
let me pull my pants down. You want to make money, shave your head. Look, all I'm saying is this.
You know what I want to finish. What I think John wants to be a star. I don't think that's a bad thing, but I just don't think you know how to do it. You know how to go about it and do the right things. And John will just go at anything.
Right. He desperately gets on there.
I'll try that. But he doesn't focus himself.
There's no thought put into it.
Yeah.
Well, there's thought, but
it's obviously not good thought.
All right. That's what I thought you would say.
You're right, Ralph.
Good, Ralph.
No, he's right.
He's right in his assessment, but he's wrong in the sense that John did become a star. We all know that John leaves this show to become the announcer on the #1 late night talk show in the country.
But listen, you got to make sure you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
I know.
Even if it barely feeds you.
I understand that. I don't want to piss you off. Do you think I want to sit through this?
I don't know what you want.
But see, I would think like all these guys would look at you and see how you do it and learn from you and say, okay, maybe I won't.
Well, they're desperate.
Put out crap.
They're desperate. They're desperate. It's a sign of desperation. Okay.
What John should have done, instead of naming it Friends of the Howard Stern Show, was maybe take one of the characters like Jackie and an event that he likes. Let's say Jackie's Jetty Party. And then we can tour under the name Jackie's Jetty Party, and Howard would never care about that.
Do you understand desperation?
Yes.
The almighty dollar talking. All right. Very good. All right, I'm done with the discussion now.
You can have a serious conversation with John looking at you.
Wow.
What is it he does?
I'm
with
worn
his
out from
face?
this. I'm worn out from
Where
it.
he squinches his eyes.
He has a twitch. He gets very nervous. See, that's funny. That's why people are always laughing at you. He thinks because he's funny.
Is that thinking? What is that?
That's a twitch. Shut up.
Now that's funny.
That's funny. Now you're being real. Look, I'm not saying that you're any different than Gary, Jackie, Tom, any of these people. Jackie came to me and had a specific desire to sell this stuff as a way of payment. And he is my writer. So that is what I have worked out with him. Mm-hmm. But listen, I can't tell. All I can tell you is that you can't abuse my name. Listen, Jackie first got here, he even tried to abuse my name. He was in the paper every minute.
John thinks he's a writer, too.
Yeah. But we got him straightened out. Now we're straightening you out.
You just got to remember, when
And you know what? I'm a nice guy. Most guys would have just blown you out of here. And said,
I'm
I'm
not saying you're not a nice guy.
All right. I'm too nice a guy. That's why I didn't even want to break up the Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour. Believe me, it was not easy for me. What?
I don't know. I just laugh.
Yeah.
You do everything to try.
Even the
for
name
that
was
stuff
lame.
not to happen.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
and then,
I could just see the ads. Like Howard Stern.
Oh,
is in
you
big
don't
letters,
know.
And
You
everybody
don't know.
else is
Yeah.
from
Oh, there
the
was. It was
tiny
Howard Stern.
letter.
There were ads taken out in the newspaper. There was ads.
What the fuck is Gorilla wearing?
Why don't you add more fuel to the fire? I mean, we're about done with this.
No. It's not for you to decide if Ralph's doing fine.
All right. Hey, okay.
Big ads in the paper. Friends of the Howard Stern Show. It's even a lame name.
Do you think I had anything to do with...
You have nothing to do with anything, John. You're a saint.
No, I'm not saying that.
The name is awesome.
Oh, he's perfect.
I've been doing gigs for how many freaking years?
What is it, Gorillo?
Well, Ronnie called up and he wants to know if him and Neil could open up the Howard Stern Car Wash.
Yeah, why don't they just do that? Why don't they just put Howard Stern Car Wash? Why don't you and the guys open up a club called Howard Stern's? Why are you not allowed to do that?
Howard,
or why are you allowed
come
to do
on.
the Howard Stern tour?
Howard, I've been playing for how many years now? I mean,
Yeah.
I just because Gary was gonna up here with me. I mean,
No. It wasn't Gary just up there with you. You don't know what I busted up. Oh, you do know what I busted.
No. I know you busted
Yeah.
with
It was
with
the Howard
Elephant
Stern
Boy.
name. Yeah.
No, I know that,
exactly.
but I mean, Fred.
It was a regular circus. So Elephant Boy is in Atlantic City with these guys. Gary calls him up on stage and goes, "Hey, Elephant Boy, say something." And Elephant Boy was like, "I don't want to say anything." And no one was laughing. It was really sad. So there's Gary just turning off more of my audience to some of my, using up Elephant Boy. If Gary's decided that Elephant Boy and him should be doing shtick.
Yeah. Say something.
Yeah, say something funny. That shows a lot of planning. What kind of planning is that in my name?
Nothing worse than when going to a live show that's ancillary to, let's say, the Howard Stern Show, put together by some ancillary characters, and you go and there's no type of order, there's no semblance of an order, and they don't have the proper audio, they don't have the proper people there, and it just really is a sad thing to witness if you ever are in that situation.
My audience should not be ripped off. If someone's going to rip off my audience, let it be me. Thank you.
Ron Delsner found the weak link in the chain.
Oh, yeah, he sure found them. He hooked in beautifully. All right, I'm done. I'm exhausted. You can see I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted from all of this nonsense. Listen, I'm a lot nicer guy than most. Most guys just would have gotten rid of you, and they wouldn't have had a day of mental exhaustion. I must be a glutton for punishment. All right, thank you. Thank you. You can leave now.
I can leave.
You can go. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. See if you can get some T-shirts made with my name on it. You know why I like Billy West and Fred, Robin, and Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph doesn't do anything.
People say, why do you like Ralph? He's a homo, he's stupid, he's this, he's that. Hey, I don't have these discussions with him. All right, Ralph, you can leave as well.
Yeah, and you know what? If it was 2 days ago, I'd be a lot more upset.
Yeah. Why 2 days ago?
Well, it's like when you bang someone up the ass. First time it might hurt a little bit more than the second or third.
He's a homo. So it's not so bad today.
It's bad, but I'm just getting used to it. Like you know, whatever. I know what he's saying.
You think you learned your lesson?
Yeah, I always try and check with him, but this whole Howard Stern fucking crew thing.
Okay.
It's just.
I gotta take a break.
I know. I knew when they told me that Gary was going to be there and Jackie was going to be there and Fred the Yellow Boy. I said, "Oh, fun. I'll have a good time." I didn't think of it like, abusing his name.
2850 times 3,000 people is about $85,000. So there was a lot of money being made at this particular show that they're referring to.
You know what I mean?
That's fine, Jack. Do whatever you want.
But I really didn't think I wasn't being malicious. In fact, I've been trying to get out of it from day one because I make less money. I make more money just me playing the band that I do being with Gary. Because I make about $1,000 less. It wasn't making any sense to me anyway, because you got to pay Todd, that's a guy from Delson, and then you got to pay my manager, then you got to pay my fucking, booking agent. It was just fucking stupid to do.
So how do you think you're going to get out of that situation where everything you do is sort of Howard feels you're ripping him off? How do you think you can get out of that?
Well, it's I don't know. I really don't know. But as far as it goes, I understand what he's saying about
all he need do is describe.
About being on too many shows. I understand everything he's saying, and I know pretty much know what he wants out of us.
Jubilantly rising.
However, the show that led him to the Tonight Show's job was I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And that was a show that Howard technically didn't want John to do. And John had to finagle and lie to get on the show in terms of telling Howard when he'd be back. The whole 2 weeks, 3 weeks controversy, which we'll get into on another video. But had John listened to Howard's advice, yes, he would have still been employed there. Yes, he would have had a steady income. Yes, he would have more money. Probably would still be married to Susanna. The real issue in everyone's life is, do you make the decision to remain at a company, or do you take the risk and branch out on your own? And in John's situation, he had to take the risk and branched out and got on the largest show ever for late night. I have some audio relating to what occurred in Atlantic City, so let's get into that. The bloated attorney Dominic Barber's limo driver Tom calls in with a brilliant call. He gives his analysis of the show with a few one-liners, but ultimately he regales to Howard what occurred at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City during the Friends of the Howard Stern tour.
Like, I turn on the TV the other day and I see Stuttering John on Ricky Lake, because Gacy comes running in and goes, Stuttering John's on Ricky Lake. And I tune in and they're using John in this weird way. It's sort of like when Letterman used to have Larry Bud Melman on and it was funny?
Yeah.
And now he's on everything, and it's not funny. And
I don't even want to see him.
And those TV commercials they put him in are not funny. And what happens
Letterman
is
won't use him anymore.
Yeah, you don't see him on Letterman. And now I know why. I mean, because quite frankly, it's not funny. It's not exclusive to his show.
Right.
And I love Stuttering John. I'd love to see him do well and everything. But Ricky Lake isn't really paying him, and he's not out promoting anything. And he doesn't seem to care what people do to him or what they put him in. He doesn't care. He has no pride whatsoever. He'll do anything. So they put him in a judge's robe. And I guess he's sort of like, I don't think Stuttering John's actually worked out a persona on TV, so he kind of like acts like me. Like he does a lot of what I do, but it's not funny. They use Stuttering John in an unfunny way. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I go, ugh, I hate this guy. Why? I don't want him on my show.
Well, he told me, I'm going to be on Ricky Lake, and I said, I already know what you're doing.
Yeah,
they do that with everybody. They turn him into bozo.
Yeah, you're going to make a fool out of yourself. And then for a while, Stuttering John did this show, Last Call. It was a Brandon Tartikoff production. Brandon Tartikoff is such a loser that he didn't know what to do with it. Brandon Tartikoff used to be this guy who ran NBC. And when he ran NBC, everyone thought he was a genius. But all he used to do was buy shows from people who know how to create shows.
But he could look at 10 billion shows.
Right, and pick them out.
Good one.
And even with that, he'd screw up sometimes. It wasn't that brilliant. So then he decided, hey, I'm so good at picking shows, I'm going to go out and make the shows. Why don't I make a whole bunch of money? He started getting jealous of all the people who make all the money off of these shows. So he's going to go out and create shows. And so he went out and formed a production company, and all of his shows are bombing, and the only thing he gets now in a last-ditch effort, he takes all of my people and puts them on these shows. Which I don't mind if they were on a funny show. But Stuttering John went on this Last Call, and I refused to talk about it on the air, because quite frankly...
Noticing a pattern here?
What they're doing is, since I won't be on Last Call, they'll take one of my people and hope that I'll talk about it ad nauseum and propel it to a #1 slot.
Right.
And I don't want to get sucked into that.
So John was on Ricky Lake, Howard wouldn't talk about it. John was on Wings, Howard wouldn't talk about it. John was on Last Call, apparently Howard wouldn't talk about it. And we know that the final show that John starred on, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Howard refused to talk about it while it was airing.
I mean, can you blame me? First of all, I'm embarrassed by what John's doing. And John's on the air pretending to be Howard. And he's making a fool out of himself, and he looks stupid. And I don't want to certainly promote it. So now John's off the show, and the show looks like it's going to be canceled. But it was
he got thrown off?
Yeah, he got thrown off. Because he
That's
sucked.
pretty pitiful.
But it wasn't even that he sucked. They don't know how to use John. I mean,
I was going to say, it's just a bad show.
John has no noticeable talent. I mean, John is not talented. I hate to break it to him. He's not talented. He's a robot. Jackie and Fred and me write him questions. Jackie sits back there with Fred.
He needs to be programmed.
Yeah. John's funny if Jackie writes something for him or Fred writes something for him.
John is like an actor.
Right.
If he doesn't have anything written for him, he has nothing to say.
Yeah. And unlike an actor who actually has an ability to portray a character, John
can only do John.
Yeah. So that's the assessment of John's talents.
Oh boy.
So what's happening now in my career is because I don't go out and do a lot of dumb stuff. Like I won't go out and do supermarket promotions, and I won't go out and act in bad TV shows and stuff like that because I have some pride. What's happened is they figured out that if they, like Playboy just hired Amy and Tempest to be naked in the magazine.
Right.
And I'm sure everyone expects them to come in here and promote the thing ad nauseum, but these are people that I created. And once I create them, it turns into my worst nightmare because people take them and use them in unfunny ways.
Well, it's interesting because that's supposed to be the women of radio.
Yeah. So, in other words,
Amy and Tempest.
Let's not pay Howard. Let's take elements of his show, make them unfunny, rip it off, and make it bad.
But we can use Howard to promote it.
Yeah. Let's use Howard. Let's use Howard.
Stop super chatting me that's exactly what Shuli did. It's not true.
It's real weird, and I hate talking to the guys about it because they think I'm trying to keep money out of their lives or something, and I'm not. I don't care. I mean, you do what you want, but in the case of the Ricky Lake show, for God's sake.
That wasn't even money.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why are you acting like a jackass? I mean, not even a funny jackass. So anyway, the latest gimmick on how to take advantage of Howard was, I guess Jackie got booked into Atlantic City. Somebody there must have gotten nervous, and they booked...
Caesars.
Oh, was it Caesars?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Caesars?
Right.
Oh.
Was it Caesars?
Taj Mahal, I should say.
Oh, Taj Mahal. Oh, the Taj Mahal.
Right.
Tom, you all right, man?
That's Tom, the bloated attorney's driver. That's Tom, Dominic's driver.
Fine.
You sure you saw the right show?
I saw the show, Robin. I saw it.
It sobered you up, okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, anyway, so they figured out that, like, hello, Tom?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So since they, I don't know what's going on. I don't really pay much attention. But the latest thing was, hey, so Jackie was going to do a show. I guess somebody there must have gotten nervous. Is this pretty much the way it happened, Jackie?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Well, I guess somebody got nervous that maybe Jackie couldn't sell out the place or something.
No,
and then,
you got it backwards.
Oh, I do?
Well, what happened was this guy was trying to put together this tour of...
Yeah, I knew that this was what this was.
And I stayed away from it.
Right.
But the one I agreed to do was Atlantic City because I wanted to work in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
But it was all done at once, to the best of my knowledge.
Some guy had figured out, hey, I'll just book everyone from the Howard Stern show. We'll get Elephant Boy, we'll get Jackie, we'll get Gary, we'll get Stuttering John, and we'll make it like the traveling.
I basically told him I didn't care what happened as long as I got the money that I normally get for doing a show. I didn't care what went on.
Jackie's totally attempting to distance himself from the show, but Howard doesn't care. Jackie, if you accept the show because it's convenient, then you're violating Howard's unwritten rule. Do not use his name in a tour when you're doing separate projects.
Around me, because I wanted to work at Atlantic City.
That's my problem. I care what goes on around me, and I care how this show is presented. See, that's my problem. I care about the show. Some guy had this brainy idea that he was going to do Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour. So, in other words, they were going to use my name, get everyone that I've developed. You know, even Gary. The reason Gary people want to see him is because of what I do with him. Mm-hmm. They're going to get all these people together, put no thought into what was going to go. It was going to be a bad show. They're going to rip people off.
And they're going to blame you.
And they're going to blame me.
And if you ever should want to do a show, that'll already be stuck in some people's minds that the last time they went to the Howard Stern show, it was a ripoff.
Right. And apparently what happens is Gary goes out there first. This show in Atlantic City, Gary goes out there first.
Right, his mom comes out first.
Yeah, his mom. Okay? Now, Gary is a guy that basically has no...
Now, that is a stupid idea. Having Gary's mom appear has no value to anyone on the show. We don't know who she is. We don't know what she looks like. That's just dumb. And it sucks for Gary, too. You go all the way to Atlantic City, you have to have your mom there in the green room.
Nothing to do. He has nothing to do. And Gary's going to come out first, make a total jackass out of himself, and people are going to be sitting there. He doesn't put any thought into what he's going to say. He doesn't put any thought into what the production's going to be. Nobody has an overall concept for this.
They introduced Gorilla and showed his head.
Yeah. I mean, what is that? So, you know, whenever I did a tape or I used Gary, I try to put him in an try to show him in an interesting light. I put some thought into it. Otherwise, I want to bring Gary out. But there's no thought put into Gary. He just goes out there, and people get ripped off. What they charge, $28.50?
$28.50. He yelled at the audience a little bit. Came out, a quick few yells because everybody was yelling Baba Booey at him.
Well, Dominic told me he went, and he said he walked out. Gary walks out. First of all, Gary's backstage. He's like hyperventilating, and he's like, okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Meanwhile, he's ready for what? He's not going to do anything. All he's doing
I would be nervous, too, if I had nothing to do on stage.
Yeah, evidently, yeah, right. He's like, okay. And his mother's following around. He goes to his mother. Okay, I'm ready. And evidently, the person in charge is Gary. He seems to be the one in charge of this.
Oh, no.
And he's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to perform. And I told Gary I don't want him a part of any of this crap. If Gary wants to go appear somewhere by himself and go down and do an appearance, fine.
Sign some autographs or just be there where there's an opening or something.
And by the way, Gary just went ahead and did this without my permission.
He never talked to you about this whole
he
tour
did.
thing.
He talked to me about the tour thing. I told him not to do it, and he just went out and did it anyway.
You're kidding.
No. Went out and did it.
I had no idea you were
went out and did it. What did I tell you about Friends of the Howard Stern Show?
Not entirely
What
true.
did I tell you about?
No, Howard, it's not entirely true.
I know, I'm crazy.
No, I'm not telling you you're crazy. We spoke about this. We had already signed to do this. This is the last one, and this was the one we were signed to do from, almost Christmas time, and this was the end of it. First of all, Dominic, let me tell you something. Dominic saw me in total, no joking around, 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
Dominic just said he went backstage.
No, Dominic...
Classic Gary trying to deflect from the real situation. Howard does not care how long Dominic saw you. It makes no difference, and it's irrelevant.
Dominic's a guy who is dying to get on the air.
I don't know. He told me, Gary sat back there and he goes, okay.
But just nothing like that happened.
Okay, I'm ready.
I never said that.
I don't know. Jackie's laughing. I got a feeling it happened.
No, I'm laughing at the whole situation because I know that nothing true is going to come over the air, but the whole thing.
Oh, no, everything true. Believe me. Let me tell you. You'll tell me.
Near the stage.
No, here's the truth. I'll give you the truth.
Well, what happened?
Dominic was near the stage.
Yeah, Dominic sat there. Dominic was
Dominic was 2 tables to the left.
I thought you said Dominic saw Gary backstage.
Well, yeah, he saw him backstage before the show.
He was there for maybe 20 seconds.
Down- and that
He
was
said he saw enough. He said he was backstage and he saw Gary like hyperventilating and going, "Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready." So when he goes out, he starts yelling into the microphone, Gary.
Oh.
He has nothing to say. He told a joke, evidently, and screamed into the microphone. That's why he never has a voice when he turns.
That was a bad joke.
And so give me a review of the show. What did you see? You're a member of the audience who paid $28.50.
Well, this is how it started. Like I said, Gary comes out and starts with his joke, which was terrible. He told a joke. It was horrible.
Friends of the Howard Stern Show. Go
Then he
ahead.
introduces Gorilla to show off his head.
Yeah, but, and of course he has nothing to say to him, right?
Of course not. Oh, look what he got for $4,000. They take off his do-rag to show his head. That was it. Then they sent Gorilla off.
Ironically, Gorilla's completely bald now and has to walk around with a bald head.
And now, who comes on next? John.
Now, I understand there was like a big fight backstage. Jackie was insisting that John go on first. There was a whole big fight. That was like a big, huge fight going on backstage.
Who goes first?
Yeah, this is how much thought was put into it.
I don't think he wanted John going first.
Well, go ahead. Let me hear what happened next.
So the question is, do you put on a rock band that's going to be extremely loud, high tempo, high energy, and then transition into a dog dying segment or a comedian? The answer is you put the comedian on first, and then you finish with the high energy band.
Well, all right, so Gary introduces John. John comes out to do what you think is maybe 2 or 3 songs. He comes out doing about 10, the volume that Leslie West has.
Right.
You cannot even, your ears are throbbing. We're in the second row. We could not take the sound anymore. And he's halfway through his hit song. He's not up to the lawn part, and we're ready to go.
He's chasing off the audience.
Before he was getting off his lawn, everyone was getting off their chair.
Getting out of the room.
And it was so loud, your ears were throbbing. And we were in the second row. We were right in front of him. We couldn't have been any closer. It was just unbelievable. It was you could not hear one word John said.
And meanwhile, people have paid, there's 3,000 people or something who have paid $28.50.
And they were all chanting. So he goes through the first 2 songs.
And people are what, booing?
People are booing, yelling, Jackie, we want Jackie. But he answered that very nicely. Every time someone would yell, he'd go, I got to do more songs, man, and then he'll be right on. Don't worry. He had to do that twice to calm the crowd down.
Now, would you keep playing if people were thinking?
No, I would say, maybe it's time to leave.
Yeah, I'll take that as a cue.
There is nothing more annoying to being at a concert when you don't know the songs. And for John, he just should have played his 1 or 2 hit songs and then got off. That's it.
Rap.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 people who were left in the audience screaming.
If only Shuli's Pottstown show producer was around, then John and the crew would have had some semblance of an order and a valuable show.
And then he did 4 more after that, with people still yelling.
Right.
So,
and what is Gary's mother comes out and introduces?
That was just a quick 2-second thing. She walks out on the stage and says, I want to introduce my son, Baba Booey.
Yeah. That's unbelievable. What is that all about?
Well, he's got more of an act than Gary.
I was on the side of the stage. Still, the promoter was nowhere in sight. We're trying to figure out. I thought I should have gone on first because the music was going to be very loud.
Right.
So it made much more sense to me for the comedian to be on and then the loud music.
Right.
But John was nervous, and so I wound up saying just go ahead.
Dominic told me that half the audience must have split during John's stuff. Because Dominic told me he had to leave, and then he came back.
A lot of people got up, Howard. Anybody close that wasn't really right, you had to get up because it was vibrating off your head.
You know what it is? It's a high school talent night.
Yeah.
And this is 28.50. No, come on. It's a high school talent night, and it's 20. Jerry goes out there, doesn't put an ounce of thought into it. If I was going to produce the show, I'd have Gary do something. I'd have him do something. I don't know what it is, but I'd have him do something. I'd have him come out. I'd let him do the Dick Shawn routine, come out and vomit on the stage. I don't care what it is, but at least do something.
Well, it seemed like they just brought Gary out just to introduce him, but you know what even stranger is when you come in, before you get into the club, they're not selling Jackie stuff, they're selling Baba Booey stuff. You can't buy a Jackie thing and he's the act. They're selling Baba Booey T-shirts. It made absolutely no sense. Who's going to buy a Baba Booey T-shirt when you're there to see Jackie?
I don't know, but all I know is I told Gary I didn't want them doing any of this crap. I don't want any of this.
I don't understand. Gary says
I created a monster.
Booked before you said no. I don't.
Yeah, I don't care what it is. Tell the guy you're sick. Tell him you can't do it. Tell him your boss said no.
But it sounds like you never heard about it before they started booking things.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. They were going to do a 6-city tour or something, and I just said no dice.
No. What I'm saying is nobody came to you and said, "What do you think of us doing a tour?"
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I found out about it.
You never ask permission for these things. You just seek forgiveness after you did it. That's a smart move.
That's exactly how everything's done behind my back. As if I don't put any thought into the show. But I'll tell you something, Gary. Here, mark my words, come November, I'm going back to my simple radio career. I'm downsizing. I'm getting rid of everybody. Tired of leeches.
Well,
Give me the rest of the review.
They didn't use you on the stage.
Give me the rest of the
Can
review.
I just say one thing, Howard?
Yeah.
Isn't an MC supposed to introduce the people?
I don't know, man, but all I know is to have friends of the Howard Stern Show go to Atlantic City, charge my audience $28.50, and you put zero thought into it.
It wasn't advertised.
And John's up there for 45 minutes blowing people's brains out.
45 minutes.
Let me answer me. If John is an interesting element of my show because I've made him interesting, John is a nobody. Let me take it back. Let me take it back 100 steps. John is a nobody. He's nobody. He's absolutely nobody. He has no talent. He has nothing. We take him and we make him interesting and funny. You are even more of a nobody. You're no one.
True.
You're a guy who helps me out in the office. I put you on the air and I created something with you. If I do that, and then you have a little nice side business. You go out, you make appearances, you sign things, you have a T-shirt, whatever. You do that. That's a fun thing to do and make additional income. But you're nobody. You're off this show. You're no one again.
True.
There's no T-shirt. There's no autograph. There's nothing.
One T-shirt was bought that I saw.
All right, so...
so then you know the whole tally for the night, then.
That was the tally?
Yeah, that was the tally. Now go back behind your wheel.
Why, what's wrong with what Tom's saying? He was sitting in the audience.
He doesn't know.
He's letting you know.
I was standing right there.
He's just giving you a review of the show.
I can tell you how many were sold, but Tom doesn't know, so it would be wrong of Tom to say...
So understand my point about this show, which you don't understand. No, you don't understand my point about this show. Everything I've worked for on this show is to present to the audience an interesting characterization of all you guys. Of everyone. Every one of you. And in one night, you go out for $28.50, and suddenly now it's the Friends of the Howard Stern Show because some jackass wants to make money off of my name. Some guy I don't even know, some promoter, who decides, hey, I got an idea. Who needs Howard?
I'll take it. The room only held 3,000.
Yeah, I'll take every element of Howard's show, put it onto a show, and we'll call it Friends of the Howard Stern Show, and who cares if people feel ripped off? Howard. I'll take
the room only held 3,000.
Yeah, I'll take every element of Howard's show, put it onto a show, and we'll call it Friends of the Howard Stern Show, and who cares if people feel ripped off?
Robin, it wasn't 3,000, but far be it for me to...
Whatever. I don't know how many people were there.
Whatever.
Whether there were 12 people or 3 million people.
It was 90. It was at least 90% full.
So even if Tom was correct, the numbers are right. I mean, you're still talking about $80,000 in revenue, which is amazing.
Almost every seat was taken, except for way, way, way in the back.
And no
Other than
production
that, every
values.
seat was
The
taken.
show isn't produced. There's no thought to it. Jackie's screaming 10 minutes before
Again, they should have consulted with Shuli's Potsdam producer.
the show he should be out first. John's screaming at Jackie that he should be out first.
Yes.
Jackie should go do his show. You should do your show. And John should do his show. And quite frankly, I'm not reading any more plugs. Jackie's I read because it's part of the way he gets paid. I'm done with all the plugs.
Then the bikini contest was after that.
Oh, the bikini contest. It sounds like a madhouse. It sounds like a madhouse in my name.
And then John came back again.
Oh, John came back after Jackie.
I wasn't around for that, but I heard he came back.
How long a show?
I don't think that's true. I don't think John would come out, at least as with his band, after playing 10 songs, going through Jackie's hour performance, and then what?
This is 12 hours?
Well, Jackie was still on doing Stump the Joke Man. That started at 10 o'clock. So that was after an hour. We were still just at Stump the Joke Man. And
I know, I heard at some point Jackie started yelling at the audience was so out of control that Jackie was yelling at the audience, telling them, hey, you're the suckers, not me, F you.
Yeah, he was the angry comedian after about halfway through.
Did the exact same act I do everywhere I've ever done in my life.
Evidently, he was yelling at the audience, F you, I got your money, you're the suckers.
That was pretty good, though.
The angry comic.
Say that every night.
F you.
Stump the audience.
Stump the audience.
I
got you dough.
Yeah, not one person had a good joke. But the hecklers, Jackie screams at these hecklers instead of just not even saying anything.
Evidently, Jackie got into an argument with one of the audience when he got down to like, F you! Beat me! It was like, evidently it was like, you want to steal your sister? Evidently he started yelling at some bald guy in the front row, and the guy evidently was all shook up because Jackie started like, F you! It was real anger.
He was berating him.
I said something to the bald guy in the front. He looked up and he said, I can't hear a word you're saying. I'm deaf from John's crap. I swear to God.
Well, why don't you care how you're presented? I don't understand you. What is your story?
See, it was a no-win situation for me.
It's a no-win situation for me, Jackie.
Okay. I told John it makes no sense for the comedy and whatever else follows to follow the loud rock and roll. And he didn't want to listen, and he pouted, and I just gave in because I figured...
What do I need this for?
I was going to hear about it either way. And the way it was just presented now was that I screamed that I wanted to go on last. I didn't want to go on last. I wanted to go on first because it's one guy talking as opposed to a whole monstrous thing.
I don't know, but...
Which is the correct way to go. I said it before. You put the high energy on before the low energy.
Evidently, I don't know, Jackie went out there. He was yelling at the crowd.
I did exactly the show that I always do.
They teach you that in the first year of law school.
Oh, good luck.
No, he attacked some poor old man, and besides the bald guy, there was this great
Tom,
why can't he give a review?
How come you're doing a review instead of Dominic? Is he working your head?
Dominic's afraid to.
No,
Dominic called me.
Because Dominic couldn't get on and lie.
No, here's what happened.
There's nothing to lie.
Dominic called me up and was almost in tears laughing. He said he left. He said he left at some point. I don't know. He got up and left. He said it was unbelievable. He said it was amateur hour.
He left about 5 minutes before Jackie did the Dominic joke, which nobody knew what he was talking about. We still didn't know.
I don't know what was going on in Atlantic City, but it was
Why don't you say
Friends of the
that
Howard Stern Show.
Wait,
Tom,
Howard,
why don't
let's
you
go
say
back.
the joke, Tom?
Jackie was actually good, Howard.
Yeah.
The beginning of the show, I thought the first half of the show, he was very funny. But how many rear-end jokes can you hear? You know?
How many what?
Rear end jokes?
Yeah, how many ass jokes can you hear? How many clocks? I mean, how many of the same thing can you hear?
Tom, you should have been in the show.
Well, especially after you've been, blasted by Stuttering John for 2 hours.
Oh, forget it.
I don't know what's going on out there.
All you wanted to hear was a low voice.
Yeah, just somebody, you go play craps.
And then about halfway through the show, Jackie has to flip his tape. So it's the funniest thing, like he stops the show and goes over and flips his tape.
Come on, are you kidding?
It's hysterical.
I'll be right with you.
Is anybody watching the tape? Is it time to flip it?
What, does he have a little cassette
He has a little
recorder
cassette,
on stage?
Yeah, right where the drums would be. He keeps his water and his little tape recorder, and then he flips the tape over.
Hey, you know what? Stay home.
What do you mean?
There you go.
But he went to see the Friends
You have to give credit to Tom. Dominic's limo driver, great caller.
of the Howard Stern Show.
I don't even know where you got that name.
Oh, ask Gary all about it. I know all about it.
No,
See, I know about it.
It wasn't even billed to that. I think it was billed just Jackie from the Howard Stern Show, but in very small letters on the marquee it said from the Howard Stern Show.
See, saying you're from the Howard Stern Show is fine. You're supposed to do that. You have to give your resume when you're a comedian or performer. But obviously, Howard found out that they were using the moniker Friends of the Howard Stern Show, which he didn't agree with.
But everything else was Jackie's name.
Well, no. After I flipped my lid, that's what happened.
Yeah, you're getting it backwards, Tom. Stay with the program.
No. He's not getting anything backwards. The reason it wasn't called Friends of the Howard Stern Show is I flipped my lid about a month and a half ago. I just freaked. I freaked out on Baba Fooey, and Baba Fooey found a manager who's now sitting and dreaming up ways to rip my name off.
Trying to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
What is wrong with a dopey manager? You couldn't come up with something clever like Jackie's Jetty Party or perhaps Ronnie's Block Party, something that Howard would never, ever associate with using his name.
Friends of the Howard Stern Show. Gavones.
Jackie was funny, though. I really...
Well, Jackie should go out and do his show and worry about how he's presented. What are you having Stuttering John blasting away for 12 hours?
Gavones is an Italian word for Jews.
The show.
What kind of comic are you?
It ruined the show because it started out when you just get him off the stage. And people are yelling, Jackie, we want Jackie every 2 seconds.
Yeah, Jackie.
He's guzzling beers. John comes out, he tells horrible jokes and guzzles beers. That's it.
All right. Thanks for the review.
Not much has changed.
Okay.
The reason Dominic won't call in, he said he's afraid to do it.
He can't.
I wish he would call in. Dominic had me laughing. I mean, as I was crying.
So there was laughter in your tears.
The only thing worse for Howard when people rip off his name and then put on a half-ass show is if the show becomes uber successful.
Dominic said he was out of there. He couldn't even sit
Couldn't
through
take it.
No, couldn't take it. He said, but Gary was funny because he was like, okay, I'm ready.
He has people working on it.
Yeah, like he's pacing and like he's ready. And Dominic goes, what are you ready for?
Opening night jitters.
Yeah, opening night jitters. And he gets out and he like evidently yells into the microphone. I don't know, he goes, that's like a big embarrassment. It's a big embarrassing show. No thought put into it.
People have to drive a few miles to get there.
And I mean, the guy who's putting this all together, and who was evidently going to put it together in 6 different states,
This
he
is
doesn't
the
care.
end, right?
Yeah, well, he doesn't care. He's going to make a quick buck.
Well, yeah,
I care. It's my name. Oh, I blew my load. You don't even know about any of this. This was going on a month and a half ago.
No.
Pretty sure he meant lid.
No. I remember.
Or maybe it was the load.
Bringing when I saw I picked up some magazine.
Yeah.
And saw Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I said, what is this?
And then what they do is they take a guy like Elephant Boy, again, who's another nobody.
Yeah, what does he do?
But it doesn't matter. What they were planning to do is just take anybody that I've made funny and take them around the country and make them unfunny.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to, like, be happy about it, I guess. At some point, I got to stop being such a good guy and bust some balls, you know? I just got nuts from it. Because usually I'm like kind of like, hey, I want the guys to go out and make some money. But at some point, when do I stop getting abused? I'm like the battered wife. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there taking it. I'm sitting there going, what the hell is going on? Well, you don't think I could put together a Friends of the Howard Stern tour and send these guys out? I mean...
And it would be written, and there'd be things to do, and there'd be some organization.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Fafafui going out and yelling into the microphone, and John playing for 2 hours, and Jackie somehow getting on there, and it's a 9-hour Friends of the Howard Stern, and then there's some beauty pageant in between. And John going on all these unfunny shows and just looking like a douche. Can't go, Gorilla, you're the new interviewer on the show. Gorilla, you are now in charge of interviews.
How could they go out and do a pageant? It wasn't a pageant.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Jackie, what was it? What was the beauty part of the show?
It's my fault for not checking into this whole thing. I had no idea, really. I thought the whole thing was put together, and I was just going to be told when to go on. And
yeah. Do me a favor.
More disorganized than I thought. I've always just done my own show.
Yeah,
and
do your
stuck to
show.
my guns,
Yeah,
you know.
good man. That's it. I don't begrudge it. You know,
but I wanted to work Atlantic City. You know, I took it because I was going to be with those guys. I thought.
But when during your plug, do we have to mention John and Gary? I know there's some kind of contractual thing here between us, but you know, do we have to?
I just put them in because I figured they would have their separate.
Yeah, do me a favor. Don't do it anymore. Do me a favor. I'm more than happy to plug you. Just do your own thing. Jesus Christ! If some fiasco went on in Atlantic City, I'm sitting and listening to this, going out of my mind.
That's
2850. Here's some kind of crappy. I don't know. Call me up with a review of the show. Let me know what's going on. Maybe I'm nuts. Maybe these people like hearing Baba Booey yell into a microphone and John blasting away for 2 hours.
It does sound sort of intriguing.
The wall of sound.
Finally, to get the comic to come on. And Jackie can't even argue with Stuttering John. He's so out of control. You think, Jackie, you would be able to just say, hey, John, you're going on last.
Step back.
You know, they say, all right, you've been in this the longest, you know, you should have your opinion. What's your opinion? I said, my opinion is the comedian goes on first and the music goes on second.
Right.
And he didn't want to hear it. So it was like,
I heard it was a big argument.
It started on Friday. Not an argument. It was just like he insisted on going on first.
Wow. I can't believe you lost that one.
Well, you know. Then we would have been in here today and everybody would have been crying that I pulled rank or something.
Well, maybe it's time
I
you
didn't
did.
think I could win either way.
Well, you expect to go out again, don't you?
I think I will, yeah.
Well, I think I'd have pulled rank.
Yeah.
I don't care what would have taken.
Then why would you want to alienate fans?
You're a professional.
Right. Sort of.
Well.
More professional than John and Gary, anyway.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dominic's on the phone.
Oh, here. But Dominic.
You had to hear what Gary just did. He threatened me on the phone.
What did he say?
Ask him.
Tell me what happened when you were backstage.
Hey, bring Gary in.
All right, Gary, come in here.
Gary's fighting mad.
Mr. Funny Bone. Come on in, funny boy.
I made a weight joke.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You're angry with me. You shouldn't be angry with me.
So what happened?
Nobody should be angry at you.
Dominic, tell me what happened in Atlantic City.
I'll tell you what I felt sorry for. You ready?
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Jackie. Because when Jackie comes out, if Jackie wanted to be funny, he could be very funny. But what he didn't realize was he goes halfway into his show, the audience is exhausted. They're exhausted from the music because the music was blasting.
Wait, hold on. Dominic.
Yeah.
I thought you left for all of John's show, so how could you be exhausted?
He came back.
I'm not talking about me. I walked right out.
So how do you know how everyone else
walked out?
Oh, please. You know what? The answer to all this is not me, because I'm obviously, you all think I'm biased, but it's Howard.
Well, we know you are.
He went to see, Gary, he went to see the...
This is a typical Gary defense. He always argues about ancillary issues not relating to the actual problem. We've seen it with Scott the Pace. When Gary was caught sleeping in the office, he tried to turn the entire theme as to blaming Scott for recording him without his authorization. No, Gary, you fell asleep at the office. Accept it, apologize for it, and don't let it happen again.
Show, how many reviews do you have to get before you know? Here's a guy's review. You think he's being dishonest?
No, but I think
to some degree, but not.
Tell me your review of the show.
What I think you should do is get other people to call in. But here's the first problem. There was obviously no sound check before you started. So John's music was just not...
Again, had they had Shuli's team, they would have sound checked it for 2 to 3 days before actually getting there and then tested it properly, and then there would be no issue.
Even you couldn't hear it. It was blasting. So that everyone was kind of like numb. So when Jackie comes out, his first 20 minutes was very good. Everyone was getting into it. It was Jackie stuff.
Yeah.
Then the audience got tired. Jackie got angry. They got angry, and then just lost it.
And what happened? Jackie started yelling at people?
Well, yeah, because what happens is
Dominic.
Let him finish. I want to hear his review.
But that's not what happened, Dominic.
Well, he's in the audience. He's telling you what happened from his point of view, not from yours.
Yeah, because I think when Jackie starts fighting with the audience and they start fighting with him, he loses what's going on, because Jackie knows more jokes than any human being alive. He can really get you going. And I was really laughing hard in the beginning. But then it started to degenerate and get like, it was an organization. It wasn't a show. If the comedian had come on first and got everyone laughing, it could have gone, I think, in the right direction. But I have a question for the whole group. Did anyone do any sound check plans before the show started?
Sound check. Why sound check?
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yeah, and the guy Jake Thomas that plays piano with me said it's so loud that it's going to blow the people out of their seats. What are you going to do? You going to go tell John not to play so loud?
Of course you do. I would.
That's not my job.
I certainly would have gone on first if I knew that information.
You're
And I
not
was
kidding.
Jackie.
Jackie, did he really tell you it's too loud?
Jake was there for the sound check, and he said it was so loud. And I said, I've been in this a long time. You don't tell rock musicians to turn it down. They turn it up.
But this is John.
This is Stuttering John. Rock musician.
Aerosmith.
Yeah, John thinks he's Aerosmith.
You've all tried to talk to Stuttering John.
We were like numb from it. I did walk out and go shoot dice till
Yeah,
John.
I'm putting a stop to this nonsense. I'm tired of everyone using characters that I've developed and taking them and ruining them. I resent it. Thank you.
I don't know if Johnny Carson was...
What happened when you were backstage with Gary? Tell that.
Well, no, when I went back, everyone was pumped up. It was like...
Yeah, what was happening when Gary was like...
Well, Gary thinks that I was only there for 2 seconds, but
One cool thing I did witness at the Shuli show, before everyone performed, we all formed a circle and held hands. High Pitch was holding hands with Anthony Cumia. Next to Anthony Cumia, I was holding hands with Shuli. And the entire team got together for a little moment just to decompress before having to perform.
I actually stood over on the side waiting for him to go on. He was really excited, and I think he does have a persona that could be great, but I don't think there was any plan.
Why don't you tell me what you... All right, thank you, Dominic. He won't be He was vicious yesterday on the phone and funny, and now he's a big bore.
No, I love Gary. Don't get me
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Dominic, I wish I had taped Dominic's phone call yesterday. I'm sitting at home on a Sunday trying to relax. He got me so wound up. I was ready to come in here and start the show. I was out of my friggin' mind. There was some kind of fiasco down there in Atlantic City.
What did Jackie think of the whole
Jackie
thing?
is unconscious.
He never
He could
said
care
anything
less.
to you?
He collected the money.
Never said
And Gary's telling me last night on the phone, oh, it was great. We had a great time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, great time ripping off my audience.
Did Gary stay for the whole show, or did he just come out and scream?
He would scream in between everything.
Oh.
And I'm supposed to be happy about it. I'm a bad guy because I'm not happy about
this
it.
whole contest with girls or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know. And Gary evidently yells, into the microphone. No one can hear anything. It's a fiasco. And evidently they were going to throw Elephant Boy and everyone else in there. So we'll make everyone on the show.
There.
So they'll make everyone on the show unfunny. Gorillo is my new interviewer. And Gary, I don't know what he is. Mr. Sneaky with his management team. He better fire his management team. That's what he better do before he's out of here. And then his management team will have nothing to manage. Manager. He's got a manager, Baba Booey.
So far, he's only managed to piss you off.
Yeah, and Jackie's over, hey, I don't know what's going on. I'm innocent. I don't know. I just go down there. I don't know anything about it.
I just tell ass jokes.
Yeah, I just go down there. I don't know. He never knows. I'm a hippie. I just go. Yeah, well,
I just want to play Atlantic City.
Yeah. I don't know. I just smoke pot, man. Hey, I'm doing what I want to do.
I can't believe he wouldn't, if somebody came to him with a scheme like this, he wouldn't just say, look, if you want, Jack, I'd love to play Atlantic City, but I do my own thing.
No. He's sliding in there, too. Sliding into home plate. Everybody with the 2850. And what do you guys do? You have to, you just get paid your fee, right, Jackie? You don't have to sit and split the gate with those guys, do you?
I just get paid what I get paid.
All right.
Regular price.
That's the Jackie depressed voice.
Yeah.
I just get paid what I want to pay.
My regular.
I'm very
bad move. Shouldn't have done it.
dour today.
Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares what they do with Howard's name? It's all right. It's not yours. You don't have to worry about it. Well, who cares about the show and how it's presented?
I didn't care.
I don't care either. Hey, let's just get out there and see what happens. Everyone's like, 2850, you got to care a little bit more than hey, let's just see what happens.
You suckers, I got your money.
I got you. At one point, he told some guy, hey, F you, I got your money. Hey, you bald bastard.
Yeah, suckers.
Well, you bald bastard. Hey, what is that, a tumor on your head? Hey, come on, you want to start with me? You want to start? You people.
F you.
F you.
That must be some show. F you.
F you, and I don't know, there's all kind of anger going back and forth. People scream, F you.
Whatever.
Yeah, when it
Where
boils
did you
down to
learn
that
that in comedy school? F you.
Gary evidently came out after John and said, hey, everyone, how'd you like John? And people started booing. I mean, I heard,
And Gary said you went fine?
Yeah. He said, oh, yeah, everything's, well, Gary doesn't want to get me upset. I know that. Well, how clear is Gary? Gary's pacing backstage, telling his mother he's fine. I'm fine. Okay, I'm ready.
And what's his mother doing?
Howard mentioned at least 6 times now Gary pacing behind the scenes before going on stage. Now, I understand why that got Howard mad. It gets me mad because Gary's going to go out and do absolutely nothing. And to envision Baba Booey with his big choppers pacing back and forth behind stage as if he's going to perform something that's actual worth seeing is hilarious. And it also makes you angry.
I don't know. And what is his mother doing on stage? What is that? What is that supposed to be?
How did she...
Was Gary become a superstar? I don't know. Now she's in on the act.
I would love to know...
I think that's an outgrowth of my mother being on the air. Now
right,
Gary's
I would
mother
love to
comes
know
out.
the planning. Because somebody did sit down and do whatever they could for this show.
Someone in the audience described it as everyone coming out and thinking they're me. And it's a nightmare. I don't care. No one cares. I got paid. F you. Suckers.
You're the suckers. I got the money.
Great.
We got your money.
Another stellar evening for the Howard Stern Show. Friends of the Howard Stern Show. And Papa Fooey did this all behind my back until I found out about it. I didn't know anything about it. Papa Fooey plotting my career for me behind my back. Funky. He was like, hey, boss, what's the big deal? I don't see, we're just going out there and having some fun. We thought we'd all appear together and go around a 6-city tour.
So did John's manager talk to Gary's manager?
I don't know. I don't know how it was coordinated. Well, I know Jackie's manager, Nancy, his wife, and I know John. I met once some intern that became John's manager. I've never met Gary's manager. I think it's Ross or some. I don't know who it is. I don't know who his manager is. But somebody dreamed this thing up. The dream team thought this up for me. Did me a favor.
Did they approach you, Fred?
No.
So Fred's the only one who would actually come to me and say, hey, listen, something weird's going
Oh, they
on.
must have kept Fred out.
Yeah. They keep Fred out because Fred's not a nuisance.
Yeah, if you're John, Jackie, and Gary, there's no way you can go to Howard at all before doing this. He'll never, ever approve it. They know it, so they had to go behind his back and sort of skirt around the unwritten rules at the time.
Hey, man, we might as well cash in. Hey.
I've been cashing in since the beginning. They just caught on.
Right.
And there you have the Friends of the Howard Stern Show tour. That was the last time in show history that anyone from the show got together and toured around doing all types of acts such as comedy or anything else. So those of you who know the show know that that put an end to it. Howard had enough of anyone using his name or any type of similarity to his name, and we never heard of any type of employees doing this ever again for the rest of the history of the show. But it sounded like a fun time down in Atlantic City. At least during that time, this is the early 90s, Atlantic City was pretty seedy. It wasn't as nice as it is now, if you want to claim that it's nice now. But the team went down there. The fans enjoyed it. Obviously, a lot of fans showed up. And perhaps they didn't get their money's worth, but it was something that was at least a connection to the show, which all we fans would appreciate. Of course, Howard doesn't appreciate it, but one good thing Howard does do is turn it into at least a segment on the show. Although he would rather have his employees understand, do not use my name in any capacity. Do not go out and tour under my name. Just work here. Put your time in working here. If you don't want to work here, that's fine. Don't work here. But don't utilize my name, likeness, or image in some ancillary show that will not be up to my standards. And with that, the Friends of the Howard Show tour and any other type of tour using Howard's name was put to an end. And it's a wrap.
Ow!